This is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers post-game show, and you can bet the drawing board inside the Rangers room is going to get a heck of a workout. Rangers off their worst game of the season. They lose 6-1 on home ice to the Buffalo Sabres. Welcome inside our Delta MSG studios from the Garden, everyone. Alongside Steve Valiquette, I'm John Giannone. Let the dissection begin. So much to talk about how this thing unfolded. They give up a goal 26 seconds in. They give up 4 more in the second period, another in the third. And Igor Shesterkin was in goal for 5. I mean, there's so many things about tonight that was just so wholly surprising.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff, when they want to evaluate the team, you have to separate the players and then you have to separate the goaltender. Because Igor, he gives up 3 bad goals in this game, so the score is inflated. It wasn't really a scoring chance event for the Buffalo Sabres where they ran the Rangers out of the rink, but they did outwork the Rangers. In the first 2 weeks of the season, John, I thought the Rangers were playing a nice, tight game, denying stuff off the rush. They were playing a defensive game that was hard to play against. And for me personally, the last 3 weeks, definitely the final 5 games here that we've seen, before tonight, loose, easy to play against. Not the way that they're supposed to be playing as you prepare through a season to have another bona fide year.
So it's the third time this season the Rangers have allowed at least 5. When you consider the way this unfolded tonight, we mentioned the drawing board right off the top. Go back to the drawing board. This is the second game with the new revamped lines. Where does the focus go and the spotlight go for what went wrong and how we make it right?
Well, you know what, John? 30 seconds in, when the goalie gives up a bad goal, it really does deflate everything. But in the case of Igor, you'd think that he's made so many deposits into that bank and trust that everybody should rally around the fact, like, let's pick Igor up here. And that never happened in the game. And that sometimes is problematic as well, because for 5-6 weeks now, we've seen Igor really be the best player on the team consistently. And this was the night that he needed a pick-me-up. But after 2 bad goals, after Cousins scored, to me, that's the end of his night, because every goalie in the world after 2 bad goals in a game loses. More goals go in. I think coaches have to be very cognizant of that. And if you see 2 bad ones, it's not going to get any better. And the only chance the Rangers had in this game is if Quick came in after 2.
Well, it has been very rare in recent years with this Rangers vintage to watch this team get blown out on home ice by a supposedly inferior opponent. That's the night you want to hear from the captain. So let's do that. Jacob Trouba in the dressing room with Michelle Gingras.
I think just pretty much right off the hop. Don't think we were too ready to play. I don't think that's really any secrets what I'm going to say. I think everybody in here kind of understands where we were in that game. Really unraveled in the second. I mean, like we said, our goalies have kind of kept us in this thing the first 12 games. So got to be better defensively. Give up less quality chances. They bear their chances.
What do you think has been the disconnect defensively for you guys?
I don't know. I think each play kind of unfolds a little bit differently. I think we're just playing a team defense. I think as a block of 5 is something we talk a lot about. I mean, it takes everyone. Offense takes everyone. Defense takes everyone. It's not one guy in here or 2 guys. I think it was kind of as a group tonight, we definitely weren't good enough. Yeah, we'll go back and watch it and take some lessons from it and move forward.
Do you feel like that early goal, kind of the very first goal, threw you out of your rhythm a little bit, kind of gets you on your toes right away, 20 seconds in, I think it was?
I don't think so. I think we played games where we happened to give up 1 early. It's not the end of the world. I don't think we got much better after that. So yeah, maybe that was a sign of how we were ready to play tonight.
So from Jacob Trouba, how he began and how he ended, to me, is very telling. He said, I don't think we were too ready to play tonight. There are going to be nights like that in a 6-month, 82-game schedule where teams just aren't ready to play. It happens less on home ice. It did happen on home ice tonight. When you hear a player of Jacob Trouba's caliber and the captain say that, what do you think?
I think that he saw a few things in the preparation, maybe too relaxed from players. As a captain, you're always putting an autopsy together on what happened, but I bet that he knew before this game there was a flag up on this one. It's against Buffalo. We should beat them. We've been playing well. We have a nice record. But if you're looking around the room and you're surveying things as a captain, sometimes you see a guy coming in a little bit late, talking a little too loose before the game. The intensity in the room is down. You can get a sense, John. I mean, you can't fool the players. The players know, and he knows that there's a number of guys that he's probably not happy with, and then he'll most likely, with the leadership that he has, have a word.
Yeah, no, we've seen a trend this year. Rangers 8-0 when they score first, 0-4 when the opponent does. We know the Sabres did that 26 seconds in tonight. Let's hear from Adam Fox, his thoughts on this 6-1 loss.
Yeah, I mean, first shift we, let them walk in and have one, and it didn't get much better after that. So it's just a sloppy game. We odd man rushes, losing battles, so just definitely one to forget.
As a group, defensively, I know the last couple of games you guys have wanted to clean things up. Just what do you feel like's been the disconnect there, maybe defensively for you guys?
Yeah, I think one-on-one battles, communication. It wasn't so much a quantity thing today. It was just quality looks they got, and no goalie saving those chances they got. So I think definitely protecting that area, the zone right in front, and you got to limit those grade A's.
Did you feel like there was a turning point in this game where maybe they get the first goal, but you're able to kind of answer back? When did it feel like maybe it got away from you too much?
I think definitely the second. The first, you let up one early. It's you're not great. I thought after the first 5-6 minutes we played pretty well in that first period, and I think the second just really got away from us there. Yeah, I mean, that's totally on us. Like I said, it wasn't even, necessarily a quantity thing. It's quality things, and no goalies, saving those chances they got. So, it sucks. I mean, he's been there for us every game when we've been at our best, and this certainly was not our best, and we just kind of left him out to dry there.
What do you take away from this game? I know it's so fresh, but just right away, that's not good enough. What do you feel?
Yeah, I think exactly that. I mean, no, it's not good enough. Luckily there's always a quick turnaround and an opportunity to clean things up. But it's you're not going to even be able to get the offense we want to produce if you're letting them stay in your D zone the whole time and cycle and, like I said, get those grade A looks. So I think just cleaning up that, I think, like I said, it was a lot of quality chances that you just can't let up.
Honesty in the assessment from Adam Fox, who called it a sloppy game. He said we lost a lot of puck battles, and to me, the one to remember, he said, definitely one to forget. I always wonder after a game like this, Steve, does an athlete want to forget it, or do they want to remember it so that they don't repeat it?
I really dislike the forget it thing. I don't think it's a thing. I think it's just something stupid to say, because it's like, look, I didn't like the post game, the way the players represented themselves after the Islander game. That wasn't a game to be proud of. That wasn't a building block game. And the game before that one against Ottawa, you got outshot 40-18. Yeah. So I think right now it's more like, you know what, the players, we have to get in and have a meeting together and just get this squared away, because I'm saying that 5 games before this one, this inevitably is going to happen. It's too late. You know how I would mark this game if I watched it again? How many times can you count Buffalo on the back check versus the Rangers on the back check? Mm-hmm. That's all about effort. Yeah. That's all it's about. And it's a way that the forwards can allow the defenseman to defend, and it allows the goalie to be able to take positioning on a read coming over the blue line. Coaches say it all the time. We have to stay connected. You have to stay connected so everybody can do their job. Mm-hmm. And to me, there was no back check. And if the back check's light, come on, the Islander game, there was 5 odd man rushes that were high danger odd man rushes against the Islanders when they're depleted. To me, don't get me fired up.
Yeah, I'm trying to calm you down. It was especially noticeable in a second period and a span of less than 3 minutes where 2-0 became 5-0 and Igor Shesterkin became a spectator. Let's focus on the Tage Thompson goal that made it 3-0. We're going to go inside the film room powered by CDW, and I know for you, that goal was probably the one that stands out the most to describe the way the night went.
Yeah, it does, because it's one you'll never see Igor allow again the rest of the season. He doesn't get beat from 38 feet. And Igor has clear sight on this puck again, and he's got his size, but you can see he doesn't have his setup. He doesn't really have his feet under him and his athletic posture, and he's late with a shot over his shoulder. But it's the third one too, right? Because it's Dahlin, Cousins, and Thompson.
Yeah, so Igor Shesterkin came into the game with a .933 save percentage, best in the league among goalies with at least 5 starts. That will take a hit tonight. Let's hear what Igor Shesterkin had to say after the 6-1 loss.
Just what made it difficult to find your own rhythm tonight?
Nothing, just it was a bad day. We need to turn this page and be ready for the next game.
You were the first goal. Did that puck get deflected? Did you have a good look at it?
I already forgot about first goal, so it's mean nothing for me right now. I just wanna keep focus on next day.
So what do you take away from tonight, just when it comes to just wanting to get better, focus on the next day? What are your takeaways from this game?
I just need to be ready, and I need to stop first shot, probably, and play better.
Is it especially frustrating because you feel like it's been going pretty well for you up until now, and then you have a night like this, or do you kind of expect?
Frustrating. It's just more about like bad day, Sometimes it's bad day, sometimes it's a good day. So it's hockey, and you need to be ready for everything. Like I said, I wanna turn this page out and be ready for next day.
Yeah, so Igor Shesterkin watched the last 26 minutes. It seems like he's already purged tonight from his memory, or at least wants to. He talked about stopping the first shot of his next game. Rangers play Saturday in Detroit. If I'm a guessing man, I think that is going to be Jonathan Quick's start, which means the next time he'll play is Tuesday against the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah, which I think this is the best possible scenario. I thought Igor was the lighter version of himself in this game because the intensity didn't allow itself to ramp up for him to be himself. He's had his pedal against the metal. And what I can say right now is that Igor, because it is Winnipeg, that'll elevate him, and he'll be more engaged on Tuesday. I'm not worried about him at all.
Just the second time in the last 17 meetings that the Rangers failed to earn a point against the Buffalo Sabres. And this one was overwhelming. Sabres with a 6-1 win on Garden Ice.